This video is about an enjoyable project. It's not boat building, but it is woodworking, and it's got a what would Doug Jackson do moment in the middle of it too. Hope you enjoy the video. Sister asked me to make a bench for her son Jake, my nephew, out of some ash that they had taken down from some ash trees in their yard that died like all the rest of ash trees around here have been dying for years from the ash borer.
It was a floating treehouse. Probably one or two. I think it was two.
Like one big log and one smaller one maybe that was under consideration. They got it milled and stickered over a year ago, so should be done moving. And this is a nice looking slab. And took the end here. This has become really punky right down toward the bottom of the tree where it sat dead for a long time. But I should be able to get legs out of this center section. Got the worst of the belly out, working down to get rid of the mill marks the rest of the way. That was a bit of a slog. I did give some attention to the underside. Not quite as much worry about totally flattening or removing the last of the mill marks. We got to validate, probably recut the ends, but first let's do some cleanup on this live edge. I want to get the junky looking stuff off, but leave as much of the realistic, natural at the same time. You could make the ends cut off square to the center line. It doesn't look quite right with this bow. So kind of taking a right angle to this leg and slightly less extreme, compromising a little bit. I'm going to use these lines. And then we'll put the angle face I like to do on these slab benches. Work on cleaning that up and get the round over on them. You ready? It's gonna be a loud sound, okay? And what's it called? It's called the router. How's that for a classy drawing? I've got a slab bench that is good for sitting and also good for coffee table height, and it sits at 18 inches, so I'm going to go for that. The width of that material is 2 1/4, so we'll start with a max diameter of 2 1/4. The tenon will be 1 1/2 using that bit. We'll go up 1 3/8 and get it in there a good amount. And we'll take down to 1 1/2 tapered round. And at 2/3 of the distance, do half of the width reduction, so it's slightly more tapered the farther down you go. Here, this is punkier on this side, and it's punkier on this end, so I definitely want to work off this cut. Just in case, we will make 5 blanks and pick the best 4. So this guy came out the thinnest of all of them. We'll do him first. What is wrong with the lathe? Well, for the first time in 3 years since I've owned this lathe, it wouldn't start. So I went through all the obvious stuff, and I'm not very good with electrical, but I thought, what would Doug Jackson do? He would try to figure it out. So here's the incoming, tested the circuit, and we do indeed have power coming in to the switch. What I'm going to try to do now, this should go to the motor. Strip this down and try direct connect. I'm going to make one more test here. Looks like the switch is implicated, which I guess would be better than the motor. Yeah, it's the switch. A bunch of crap inside there, so I'm sure that's the problem. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this guy back together again. There's these goofy little springs, and these things fell out. What are the odds? I give it 15% of success here. I think I reassembled the switch. See if we blow anything up just plugging it in. And now...
So far, so good.
Oh!
Look at that! You fixed it!
Success. It's our newly reassembled lathe. Draw our lines at the top of the tenon, base, 10 inches down, and at the foot. We had planned on a max diameter of 2 1/4, but that one piece was narrower, so this will become our new max, which is actually 2 3/16. So we'll work the rest of them to that. I'm happy with that contour. Let's use that as a pattern. Number 2. Had a big old nasty knot, but was able to get rid of most of it. See if we can get as lucky on. Should be able to make that the top and have most of this disappear. There we go. These are gonna look nice, I think. All right. I like them. Next, how to get the holes drilled at a 10-degree angle. That went a lot smoother than I thought. I will move on to parting these guys off and trying to get them fit. Leg alignment in the good enough zone. I glued them up yesterday. Aligned them at 10 degrees. There's a little bit of movement on a couple of them. This thing is a beast. That's a good sized bench, coffee table, whatever. I'll leave the last bit for all 4 legs, turn it over, and finish it with the slot. Should make that unambiguous. We'll do a little finish sand, soften these edges just a bit. Tax day. Oh boy. And to pick a stain. And the winner is Ipswich Pine. Before I put the lathe away, took the extension off, take a little time and just try to make a bowl out of the leftover of this slab, staying away from the punky stuff over here. Maybe stain it. I've never stained stuff I've made on the lathe like that, but might be kind of fun to see it match the bench. Maybe something like that. Let's see. Good job, little bandsaw. Will it turn? Yes. What kind of piece of wood we actually have here and what shape it wants to be. See how out of balance it is. Not too bad. I think what I'm going to do is sign it, stain it. All those little ash borer holes. Got to fill them with stain too. Yeah. We'll see what happens with the mixture of the two. All right. Linseed oils had a day inside to set up a bit. And we're going to put some wax on. Maybe call this guy done while we wait for the temps to come up enough to urethane that bench. That's nice. I like that bowl. Time to deliver the bench and the bowl.
I'm not sure either.
You better just. This thing is a beast. You got it, okay? I'll go around. That's good. Ooh.
Look at that.
You can close the door.
That's exciting. Look at this. Isn't that fun?
like
I
that.
love this.
Love it.
I love that little guy there.
But it's same wood.
It matches
It's a
their
stand.
bench, but maybe I'll tell him you can have it if you give me back that Christmas.
That's true.
He's doing great out. Very like the matching bowl.